this is all objective. Yeah. Obviously, we're just talking shit. We're having a good time. But it's really impossible to say who is better. I mean, that's all music, really.
Yeah.
But it's a fun thing to talk about because with the whole grunge thing, to be honest, it's kind of annoying how we have to think of these bands together.
Yeah.
Because they don't, the only thing is they came from the same city around the same time. Mm-hmm. Like, if they didn't, like, if Alice in Chains came from fucking Chicago, we wouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah.
And it's like, it kind of makes you think, is this just like a media thing? You know what I mean?
Possibly, because back in those days, you could easily love Alice in Chains and hate Nirvana. Like, absolutely abhor them. Like, there was a division between who liked what and what. And now, like you're saying, now we kind of like, oh, yeah, I listened to grunge. I listened to Nirvana and Alice in Chains. Yeah. And back then, it wasn't as easy as that, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, I know what you're saying. I blame the media, too. I blame MTV. Let's keep blaming them.
Damn it, MTV. Yeah, I don't know. It's just such a weird thing because everybody always tries to put music into boxes, and I feel like the artists, I mean, they shouldn't ever really think of themselves in the box.
Right.
They shouldn't think of themselves as a man in the box.
Enough, all right?
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just an interesting thing. Like, it obviously, this all comes down to preference. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously, like we said at the beginning, we both love both of these bands, right? But I do honestly find myself, as I get older, I find myself going back to Alice in Chains more often than I do to Nirvana. Mm-hmm. To just to be real, like, and not even as a joke. Like, I listen to Nirvana a lot, but sometimes I just get into like modes where, like, I'll just listen to Alice in Chains nonstop for fucking weeks, and it's like I feel like I discover something new in their songs all the time. Mm-hmm. Where I don't know if I really feel that with Nirvana.
I know what you're saying, because they're more mainstream. They're more like on a pop level, so it's like they're gonna fire certain cylinders, which just have you in a pop-like mood, not really in a contemplative type of mood. So it just depends on like where you want to be right at that moment. So yeah, I know what you're saying. I definitely know what you're saying on that one, but you know, pop wins anyway.
Point for Alice in Chains.
Pop wins
because they sell more, right? Because that's all that matters, right? Is who sells more, right?
That is all that matters. 5 times platinum. What took you so long? No.
That is funny, though. That is so dope, though, that they could put out a record 30 years ago and it just goes 5 times platinum now.
Yeah.
That means people are still into it. And it's not a fad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And honestly, I'm just saying, just to be fair, you don't really need to mention how many times you went platinum if you're the first EP ever to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that, you've already made your historical mark. So you're okay.
You know what made me laugh? This just happened that they hit 5 times platinum on that album. And somebody was like, finally they get their due. And I saw a comment was like, what the fuck are you talking about? They were 4 times platinum before this. Like, it's not like nobody knew about it. Like, what are you saying, dude?
People just want to say stuff. Like,
yeah, people just love to say shit. But I just think that's just a cool, you know, showcase of how impactful that they are as well. Yeah. Because we don't have to really talk about how impactful Nirvana is because everybody knows.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
So just to be fair, again, like, I am trying to be, you know, give credence to both points because they are both amazing bands.
Yeah.
But like both of them are kind of timeless in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I don't know, because in the end, Nirvana definitely had more of an impact on the music industry. Mm-hmm. But some could say that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like we were kind of talking about, like, Nirvana was like the first band, like, alternative band that became like really mainstream. Mm-hmm. And now I always think about this all the time. Like, when I've been thinking about this almost my whole like music listening life. Like, what is an alternative band now? You know what I mean?
No.
Like, anything could be pop. Like, what is alternative? Like, anything ever since Nirvana, like, it's all rock music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alternative bands now are bands that aren't corporate or aren't on a corporate trajectory.
Would you say that's a good thing or a bad thing?
That would be an alternative band. I would say that's a good thing. You know me, don't get too big on me.
Right, so you're saying that Alice in Chains is better?
No. Yeah. Now in this time in the 2020s, maybe they might be better, but back then and for all time.
Oh, okay.
Nirvana
Backtrack. Oh yeah, I don't know how much longer we should talk shit, because now I'm starting to feel bad, because I fucking love Kurt and I wish Kurt was around longer.
I know. Oh man, it's so
and
bad.
the songs are so good.
Yeah.
And just the songs of both of these bands are so good, and it's just a fun thing to talk shit. Sometimes we just like to talk shit, okay? And we really want to hear what you guys think. Like, this is not, like, we're not saying that just to say it. Like, we're really curious, like, what is, like, the music... Because if you're talking about just, like, the general public, more people are going to say Nirvana.
Yeah.
Just because they sell more.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about, like, people that are actually, like, super, like, into music.
Yeah.
Like, like real music fans, I'm really curious, like, where those people kind of fall on the spectrum.
Me too. I can't help but think that this is why the Stones are better than the Beatles. But
that could be one. That could be a podcast.
I'm definitely picking the Stones on that one.
Are you sure? Are they really that good?
Just a little bit sure.
I mean, how many records have they sold? The Beatles sold more, right?
No.
Oh, wait. Oh, so you're saying you don't have to sell more to be good. That's interesting.
You do have to sell more.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Interesting. But yeah, no, at the end of the day, the bands are great. Tell us where you stand.
Yeah.
Tell us which of our points you agreed with or disagreed with.
Correct.
Because we said a lot of things that might not really be true.
Yeah. I agree with my points.
I agree with everything that I've said. Nothing is hyperbole. Nothing was said just for entertainment. All opinions expressed are completely my own. And whatever they say on the disclaimers. But yeah, no, tell us where you stand on this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. If you are watching, you're probably kind of a music maniac yourself, so I'm sure you probably have some good points, right? Especially if you made it all the way to this point of the episode. You know what I mean? Imagine like all the people that are like Nirvana stans that like got pissed off at me 5 minutes in. They're like, this fucking guy, how is he going to disrespect Kurt like this?
How are you? No.
I never did that. Nothing but respect. So yeah, so again, thanks for being here. If you want to support the podcast, check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/musicmaniacs, and you'll get credited as a producer on every episode, all the videos that we do over here. And until then, we're Side After Dark, aka the Music Maniacs.
We are.
And we'll see you around.
See ya.
I'd give anything to not hear you whine and cry about